Hello and welcome to the Bullets29 Gaming Channel. My name is Bullets29. I am a little groggy this morning. I'm not going to lie. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and push through it. We're going to go ahead and do a session. We're going to do our one-on-one session with our very own Madam Curly. Now, here is the story of what's going to happen. The outline of this story is going to incorporate a little bit more of details in regards to what's happened in the past. And a little bit of, what we like to call in the writing world, what would you say? Foreshadow? A little bit of foreshadowing going on. It's going to be really awesome to see. I've done a little bit of exploring on some ideas. I hope Madam Curly enjoys it. I hope Madam Curly is going to be thrilled for what we're going to do. But first and foremost, we're going to do a quick shout out to our sponsors, Rogue, AK Racing, Rogue Energy, and W Energy. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you show them support. And as well as also make sure that you go and click that link and show some of the love to the Bullets29 Gaming channel. So, without any further ado, let us go into the movie and the clip, and we shall see you very soon. Enjoy. All right. I think we are ready to go. Make sure everything is turning out okay. Just start off. I might go like this. And like this. And like this. Okay, We should be good. Okay. So, and Curly, are you ready? Alright. So, here is what is going on today. The story that we have as it speaks, or the stuff that is happening now in the world of where you are currently in a cave asleep. Now you know exactly everything that is going on, right? You know the extent of what's happening. It's one of those things that you've started to come across and understand the full extent of you understand to a certain extent and to a certain magnitude of the situation that you're in. Does that make sense? Okay. Your mind and your body and your soul. Your mind, your body, and your soul are trying to understand and trying to sync up. Does that make sense? With the magnitude of what happened with the ring, with the magnitude of what happened with the Pumpkin King, what's happened with Madrir, not a lot of people know what's going on with Madrir and you. So when it comes to the end of the day, trying to put pieces together is still a little bit new for you. Primarily because, just so that the group knows who are watching, who was your person that you usually would cover things with to try to solve? Beldrop. For those of you who are just joining, Beldrop. Actually, you know what, Curly? I'm gonna let you describe Beldrop a little bit, and then we'll cover what exactly happened going into the actual part of the actual situation with Beldrop.
Beldrop was a Willow's best friend as a child growing up. They were really close until one day when she was about 13 and about 13 years old in fairy years. They went out to help her family get ready for a special ritual to get materials in a special cave. And what happened was when those two went out, they were attacked by 3 dark elves. And unfortunately, her best friend Beldrop died in front of her, and she ended up living and getting away. Hence, as you probably have potentially have kind of heard between sessions, is that Willow's very paranoid for that reason, and her family, as her fae, have been very paranoid going forward with everything. jump forward to now, Beldrop is no longer with her, and she is slowly realizing that the wisp that has followed her after she tried to revive her around Hallows Eve or Halloween and her fail, she essentially spawned a wisp of what she thought was Beldrop, turns out to be Madrir. So Madrir has been essentially following her this entire time, and she's just come to terms of slightly realizing that. And of course, the infamous summon of the quote unquote Pumpkin King. Also, she's been tricked as well. It was not the Pumpkin King she summoned the classic Madrir instead, who impersonated the Pumpkin King. So she's coming to terms with that realization as well. And yeah, I think I didn't miss any details otherwise.
I don't think you missed anything. I think you've extended the full extent of what's happening. So, what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and move forward with this. We're going to go ahead and do this. Come on. Play. All right. So, you, if I remember correctly, Madam Curly, you are currently in your sleeping stage right now, from where we left off in the last session, correct?
Yeah.
You went back to
asked
sleep.
me to do the save and I passed. Yeah.
Yep. You successfully passed your save. Now, for those of you who are joining us, because I know there's a few here that are joining. For those of you who do not know, our very own Madam Dart here has gone through a very, very how would you put it?
Traumatizing ordeal.
I guess you could say that's a traumatizing ordeal, you know?
To put it,
put it lightly.
lightly.
I might have added some more dramatic events to her life story.
No.
So, yeah, it was with love. It was with love and compassion. It's all. It wasn't out of hatred. So, the problem that we're now seeing now is that this dark magic is something that's not. It can be a problem, and we've come to the realization of that now. So Curly, or in this case, Willow, you have a certain extent of what's going on, but not to the full extent of what Dart has gone through. If that makes sense.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. Willow, you close your eyes as you continue to move forward with into try to understand everything that's going on. Now you've passed your first save, right? You've passed your first save. Now what you're doing is you're trying to you're going back in to take a look, correct? Is what I'm guessing.
Take back a look, as in like what's going on,
Like what's
diving
going
deeper or
on?
something?
Yeah, like you're trying to go back into not only just try to get sleep, but try to like fully extend, like see what's happening. Am I correct?
You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Okay. I mean,
Seeing
correct me
as she
if
didn't
I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. So.
I mean, I could honestly with her, I could see her not wanting to because
Okay.
because of that. But also at the same time, I could see it the other way too because she's just say she's not finished with him. I mean, she didn't burn his hair, so you know.
Wow. Okay. So.
Yeah, we'll dive. That's fine.
Like I said, just correct me if I'm wrong, though. I mean, if you want to go a different direction, that's where you want to just let me know. Okay.
Okay.
So.
Oh, you're waiting for me.
Sorry.
So you know what?
Huh?
For this, no, wait, or were you waiting for me to say something?
No, go ahead.
No, you know what? No, we'll try not to dive in with her with this one. Right, yet. Because I would say she's more paranoid about it more than anything right now. That makes sense. Or did you want to, yeah.
Um. I mean, we're the whole point of this whole thing, so everybody understands um the whole point of the spirit walk is to get your character a little bit more in tune and a little bit more knowledge. And I think with your character is very, very big on being adventurous. So I don't think it's going to be an issue for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you go ahead and get into that. I think it's going to be, let's do it this way. I think for your character, let me put you into this state of mind of where I think I see Willow. Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
Okay. Willow is an individual who is very, very determined on wanting to make things not only just right, but also to understand the full meaning of what's happening in her life. She understands to a certain point of everything that's going on and everything that's happened in her life, but not in the way that not to the full extent of the full meaning. She's been clouding her thoughts, she's been clouding her judgment from the truth or the reality of things because of what's happened in the past. She wants to have a sense of belonging. She wants to have a sense of being, a sense of understanding the stories that she's heard, the stories of what she knows. A sense of a family, a sense of purpose, a sense of how things are going on in her life. She tries to cloud her judgment in a way, or try to cloud the way that she behaves or reacts to certain things because of the fact that she's trying to hide her true self of the pain of the carnage of what's happened, the pain of what's happened to her family and to her friend Beldrop. And some of them being, she feels that she blames herself. She blames herself for what's happened. And the understanding of everything that's happened in her life, she feels as if she's responsible for. And as a result, she's constantly trying to find a way to make it right.
I could see that now that you put it in that perspective. Yeah, that is her in a nutshell too, with her childish behaviors blocking all of that, and then wanting to know, but at the same time scared to make that step to dive. So let's do that, because I think it'll connect me better. Because there's been a lot of choices throughout the sessions with her where I could see her going in two different directions. So hopefully that'll help.
And that's, for those of you who are watching, that's not a bad thing. It's better to have multiple choices when you have these kind of things, but when you attune to your character, when you get connected with your character, and you feel that struggle and you feel that pain, that's a good thing. That means you're connecting with your character. And Willow has had so much traumatic events happening in her life. For her whole course of her life, she's had traumatic events. And so I'm going to feed on that, as a good DM should. So what I want you to do is this, Dart. Oh, not Dart, but Willow. I want you, Curly, I want you to close your eyes as I paint this picture for you. Okay? As you close your eyes, you get thrown back into a place of where familiarity hits in. The sun shining through the trees upon your face. You feel the heat and the radiant glow of the sun touching your face. You hear the babbling creek behind you to the left, kind of behind you to the left a little bit, as if it's behind you, babbling through. Behind you. You kind of reach out. You realize that you're laying down on the ground in some tall grass, and you kind of just run your hands in the grass. And you start to get a smile on your face. And you hear some distant laughing in the background. As you open your eyes, you see that there's trees around you. Kind of like in the map here a little bit. If you were to put yourself on the map, it's sunny, so it's not going to be like... Actually, you know what? I think I actually have one. Let's see if I can find one. That's the nighttime one. I don't want the nighttime one. I want this one. I think it's this one. No, that's the first one. That's the other one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I want this one here. An old familiar map. We're gonna use this one actually. And we're gonna turn this off actually. You're kind of over in, let's say over this way. You see that, Curly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're over this way. This is a town. This is the town of where you grew up in. And we'll get to that other town here in just a second. So I think I actually have access. I think I actually have access to one. So, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pop you in the map so you can kind of move around yourself. Okay. Actually, you know what? We're gonna put you here. I'm gonna change that up a little bit. You are kind of just reminiscing some stuff. As you continue to think back on this whole thing, you hear sounds of children laughing. And you start to think back in your life as a child. No worries, no problems. You were able to just kind of be yourself, be free, be not concerned of the world, not concerned of anything else going around you. You were able to be yourself. You're adventurous. You're cunning. Your worryless self. You were you. You were who you were raised to be. That rebellious self of venturing out in the middle of the night, of going out and meeting Beldrop and going and playing in the field and being you. And as you open your eyes, you see a familiar face in front of you. What you doing? Willow? Willow?
Just grazing as usual, Why, what's up? Do you need something?
Well, there might have been, So, guess what I just heard? Guess what I just heard?
What did you hear this time? You're always Miss Gossip all the time. Tell me. Let's go see.
So, do you know that, the baker in town, right? So the baker in town, he just got these amazing ingredients in, and guess what he just made?
Oh, what did he make?
He just made some blueberry pie, and it's literally over there. And he points, and you can see on a shelf in the bakery, there's like 4 or 5 pies just sitting kind of close to the window, but within reach, cooling off. And you start to smell, and you smell home. You smell home in your area. You were in a Fey world, or a Fey home world. But the Fey world was also filled with amazing treats, amazing sweets, amazing things that remind you of home. And you start to smell that. And you remember the baker's name. When you look back, you remember his name. And we're just gonna name him. We're gonna name him Benny. Benny was a very, very popular baker in town. And he's about a mile away from you, or about half a mile away from you, but you can definitely smell his products, his bread. And your friend, that's with you right now is Cedric. Cedric kind of just tells you, "Hey, let's go check out this."
Okay. We can go do that.
And I fly to the baker shop, but I fly where my wings are they're not like how they're set now in the picture. She's kind of like gazing as she's flying.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So her back is towards the ground as she's flying.
Okay. So I'm getting another map out here in a second. Where's it at? this one. All right. So here is part of your town where you grew up at. Your friend and you start to make their way over to this corner building right over here. This right here is the bakery. Okay? I'll put you, and then I'm gonna just put just a random person over here. Okay. The baker is inside here, like this. The pies are kind of laid over on this side right here. He's over here. You want me to draw so you can kind of see what side they're on?
Sure.
Okay. They're on this side right here. Okay.
So where the line is, that's where
Yes.
I enter.
No, that's where the pies are at. There's a window over here. Over here, there's a window. And these pies are laying on kind of close to the windowsill.
I take a nice big smell of that pie, like a big sniff.
Okay.
Your pie. Here's your pie.
I
And
know.
I'm just staring at it with my jaw down, just pie.
Another familiar face appears behind you. And you hear the voice of your dear friend, Beldrop. She asks.
Pie.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll drop that pie. You want one? Here's your pie.
And then I look at the window.
Beldrop kind of looks at you and goes, kind of just says, like, you know better, Willow.
Pie go.
You know he's gonna, like, not be happy if you go and take that pie.
I mean, I could always ask. That was my plan.
I mean,
Just gaping at the window.
she kind of just, like, swings a little bit. She's like, well, maybe one piece wouldn't hurt much. Both you, Cedric, and Beldrop kind of look at each other and go, kind of have like this devious grin on their face. And you all agree that you're going to try to take a piece of pie. So,
Ask though, shouldn't we?
come on, Willow, Cedric says. You really think he's going to say yes? He kind of looks at you.
No. You should ask.
He kind of just stares straight at you and takes his hand and points right over to where he's at. Be my guest.
So I'll go into the bakery.
Okay, you're going to go into the front or the side where the window's at? Where do you want to go through
yeah, I know.
the window or?
You know what? Yeah, we'll go through the window.
Okay. You go through the window. You see your friend there, the baker.
Hi, Benny. I hope I didn't sneak in, like, in the wrong way. Your blueberry pie smells good.
Oh, well, thank you there, Willow. How are you doing this morning?
You're just gaping at the window with your pie, you know.
Oh,
You could
wow.
smell it a mile away.
Yeah, I got those blueberries from the farthest town, freshly grown. Really good this year. You know, I might give you a piece here sooner or later, but these are for some customers. I can't have these. I can't let you have a piece of these, but when I get some extra, I'll let you know.
Cedric and I and Beltrap want to try some. It smells really yummy. I mean, I wasn't just drooling by your window, of course, but you know.
He kind of looks at you and he goes, Willow?
I didn't take any. I promise. I didn't do it.
Without missing a beat, he crosses his arms in front of him, throws a towel over his shoulder, and then takes his arms, crosses his arms, looks at you. Willow.
Didn't take any.
He kind of looks at you and he nods to the window. Kind of looks at it like, are they out there? He doesn't say that, but that's what you're getting.
I didn't do it.
Cedric? I'll drop. All of a sudden, Willow, you turn around and you see one head poke up. And all of a sudden, another head poke up. And they go, yes? I swear, you three are troublemakers. Everywhere you go. You know what? I might have something you guys might like. He walks back.
Thank you.
He all of a sudden yells, you coming, Cedric? Bell drop. They kind of just whoosh in to the window right next to you. Holy crap. I did not know I could. Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's new. I just figured something out. That's pretty damn cool. I am in OBS and I can move the characters in OBS. And I can control the whole map in OBS. I just now learned that. Holy crap. That is a game changer for me. Okay, well, you learn something new every day. Okay. That's new. The baker kind of walks off into the back of the room. And all three of you look at each other. Beldop turns around. So does Cedric. Turns around and looks at the pies behind you. Willow, you don't see this, but you can hear the sounds of like from behind you.
What are you guys doing now?
You turn around and you see both of them are just drooling over the pies that are on the windowsill.
Not taking the pie. It's gonna get it something else.
I'm sorry, all I can picture when you say that is the whole South Park scene. No kitty eats my pot pie. No kitty eats my pot pie.
You guys want to come in though?
They're
He says he's got something for us, or
they're in. They're definitely in. They're in right now, but they're as it stands right now, I'm gonna put you down over here like this. As it stands right now, they're just kind of watching things at this moment. That is, they're kind of trying to take this whole thing in that, hey, there's pies over here. We need to have some pie.
Oh, actually, so now that I know what they're doing, I'll kind of just follow them. Like, I'll stand beside them, just gaping at the pie, not taking it, just pie.
Do you guys think we could find other pies? Like, look, what about this blueberry? And then, what about this pie? What's that pie? That looks yummy. What do you think? What do you think, Beldrop? What pie is that one?
You all of a
When you another pie on the
sudden
shelf.
hear a voice behind you. Oh, that, my dear friend, is my infamous strawberry pie. I'm very well known for that pie all over the kingdom. Walks over.
Ooh-wee.
He walks over. Picks up the pie. It was my mother's secret recipe. Her love for pie and her love for treats and bakery and meant everything to me. Anyhow, kind of just, wipes the tears from his face. Sets the pie back on the seal. Now,
It's okay.
you
Comes up
three.
and gives her a hug.
You three. He looks at you and he goes, kind of just like, with his finger, it just kind of goes like, come here. One hand's behind his back right now. And you three start to make your way. Ooh, I forgot I can't do it that way. Ooh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, I had to do it this way. Okay, that's why. All right. I guess I did something wrong. I had to do it on the above VTT. So I'm trying to do an above VTT and wasn't doing it. So. All right. So with his fingers, all three of you make your way up. And he hands you a piece of pie or a piece of cookie. Which is more like, it kind of resembles that of like a cookie, like a ginger snap cookie. But it's warm. Freshly warm, freshly kind of crumbly, but not crumbly. You know, that's like, a cookie that's in that state where it's like you can just like it's like a ginger snap, but you can just like bend it and it kind of just falls apart, staying intact.
Yeah.
That's what it's like right now. Here you are. Now, you three, right along. Let me do some work.
I'm sorry to bother you, Benny.
And
Oh,
I hold the
no, no.
cookie.
My dear child, you are perfectly fine. Just next time, be mindful of where the nose leads you. Eh?
Okay, will do. Thank you.
You three run off outside the bakery. Benny kind of walks back over and he goes, The three of you are outside now. What are you doing?
I take a big sniff of the ginger cookie.
This is a nice, strong smell. What do you guys think? Have you guys tried ginger cookies before? I haven't.
I have never had this before, but it smells really good.
What do you think, Beltrap?
Is it safe?
I mean, it's Benny. He wouldn't do that to us, right?
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
All three of you just sitting down. Start taking this whole cookie in, starting to eat it. Kids are playing outside. And the three of you are sitting there eating this cookie.
This is a really good cookie.
This is really good.
Flavor is just though, it's really strong flavor. Looks like it's spice.
I think that's the ginger.
That's what ginger tastes like?
Wow.
Yeah.
You all of a sudden just hear Benny just laughing inside. more of a not laughing at the situation, but laughing at you as you guys are having this time of just sitting outside and just taking in everything. You remember Benny. Benny was one of your best friends. He was one of those town folk that were loved kids, loved people, loved life, had a passion for what he was doing, was really passionate about what he did, and poured all of his love and all of his compassion into everything that he did. He was always welcoming within his bakery. He was always wanting people to come in just to even say hi. You would see him help people out on the street who needed help. They saw him sitting outside the bakery. He would bring them inside. Benny just had a great heart. A compassionate heart and a compassionate kind of person that just loved life. Absolutely loved life. Was the kind of person that you could always turn to in time of where you needed something. Always wanting to help people and to pour his love into everything that he did. That's what you remember from Benny. And as you go through this time spiritual portal that you've gone through, you start to remember this. You start to remember who Benny was. And of everything that happened in your town, and everybody that you always had problems with, there's one person you could always turn to. And that was Benny. The three of you start to make your way towards the towards another part of town. You kind of hear Benny whistling in the background a tune. You kind of go back up through, and you start to see another part of the town that you grew up in. at the corner. Get my notes out real quick. This is, who is this? This is.
What are you looking for?
Oh, it's my my notes. I'm looking through my notes. Sorry.
No,
Okay.
no, you're good. I thought maybe I could chime in and help.
Oh no, you're fine. I appreciate it. Let me this one right here. Yep, here it is. It was Isabel. That's what it was. It was Isabel. Okay. You come up to another part of the town. It's going to be, this part is one that you knew very well because of your background, because of who you are and what you were able to do. This part of the town was one where you started to learn your abilities of who you were, who you are. That is too big of a character piece. That is too big of a character piece. We're just gonna go to this one. No, right there. Okay. Willow. Isabel worked with you on your magical abilities. She was a teacher. She was an instructor. She was one that you relied heavily on for a lot of training purposes. That is who this is. And you're making your way up to her building. And you know who this is. And you always... Sorry folks, I'm eating breakfast too. You always talk to her. Always took time of your day. Always talk to her. Always took time of your day to meet her. To see what other things she can teach you. She's very supportive. So what do you want to do?
So just for clarification with Isabel, because she taught Willow other magic, but not the magic that her parents taught her. Basically, I just wanted to
She taught the town. She was like a school teacher for the town. Does that make sense?
Okay.
She was essentially a school teacher.
Okay.
She taught you a lot. Your parents taught you, yes. Your parents were the ones that taught you. But your parents learned that knowledge from a teacher in the town. It's kind of like in the olden days, you would have a town, and that town would have one schoolhouse and one teacher. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
That's who she is.
Okay.
Guys, you think you want to go see Isabel, see if she's in? I mean, you guys want to?
I don't know. I kind of failed our last exam. I don't know if she's...
Go ahead.
Beldrop kind of looks at him and goes,
That's because you didn't study.
Yeah, what I was just about to say. You didn't study.
I mean, come
That's
on. It's not that hard. All you gotta do is point and say the words. That's it. No, it's not.
Unless maybe you need to think about it too, like I do. I think of how it's gonna look, and then I go pew. It's fun doing fireball.
At least you won't do what George did the other day.
What did George do?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember he set the whole tree on fire. It was not just like a little spurt, it was the whole tree. You know how pissed Isabel was? She was not happy. It was funny.
No, the trees are good, because trees help us. But yeah, it was kind of funny too.
It was kind of funny. It was funny.
All of a sudden, go ahead, continue. Keep going.
I just want to go anyway and see if maybe she can help you, Cedric.
All of a sudden, you hear the door open. She leans against the door from her. She's like, "Now, what are you three troublemakers up to today?"
Well, we were just talking about things that happened with like the fireball, and the tree got caught on fire.
She kind of puts her head down and kind of closes and kind of laughs under her breath. She's like, "Yeah, that was not my proudest moment, if I might say so myself. But the damage was not too extensive. But I think we'll be able to suffice. Our healers were able to heal the tree. And it's on the road to recovery. Yes? Now, what are you three up to? Usually when the three of you are together, it's usually not a good sign.
I was thinking because Cedric failed his exam that we should practice, and then part of me actually wanted to ask you more about what my parents do with undead spells and stuff. Because I don't know, the undead body is interesting.
Well, we try not to use that magic unless we desperately need to. You see, there's a time and place for all of your abilities, young ones. And understanding that time and place, well, takes time.
Why do you have time?
Look, I know you want to learn, and in time you will learn. But now, you're too new. Exploring life. And it looks like she kind of walks over, looks over and kind of takes her thumb, kind of wipes the face of Cedric. Had some of blueberry pie, if I'm wrong. Cedric kind of just looks up and goes,
You stole the blueberry pie?
He turns around and you notice that there's some crumbs on the corner of his mouth. And you can see the remnants of the blueberry on his mouth. And from
You're gonna get me in trouble,
from the
Cedric.
distance you hear your very good friend yell, "Cedric!"
You better go. You're in trouble. Yeah, you boo boo.
All of a sudden, from the outskirts of where you are, you see Benny come out, kind of look over the place. Also looks over in your direction and goes, "Cedric!"
Now you've done it.
Isabel just kind of looks at there and just laughs under her breath and just shakes her head. And he goes and looks at Beldar. He says, "Come on, come on, come on! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Yeah, you gotta go. Gotta go.
Let's go! Let's go!" So you guys,
Bye.
from the distance, you see Isabel kind of lean on the door frame, and Cedric kind of screams back and Beldar, and they say, "Bye, Miss Isabel. Bye." As you kind of run off into the fields. Benny just kind of goes, walks back in. Isabel kind of just like chuckles under her breath, just like kids. And just walks back into her building. This was home for you. This was home. This was every day for you. Nothing to worry about. No worry in the world. No pain. Nothing. And it was one of those things where you felt like you could be okay. You could be fine. It was life. It was it was something to where you didn't have to worry about everything going on. Let me get this other one up. As you make it out to the fields, you begin to kind of look back and take in all of life, if that makes sense. You get a feeling of what life is, what life was like before. And as you look back and look into the town, you can see the sense of joy, the sense of laughter, the sense of everything that's going on around you. This was home. You haven't seen home in a while. And you realize the four people who gave you the most impact in your life was Benny, Isabel, Willow, or Beldrop, and Cedric. Those are the people that had the most impact on your life. The problem is, as you guys were laying in the fields, taking in everything, something happened. The smells became distant. The laughter disseminates from your mind. The sun begins to be hidden by dark clouds. Everything that you called home begins to fade away. And for that one moment in life that you had, of joy, of laughter, of who you are, begins to fade away. The laughter turns into screams. The smell of joy turns into the smell of death. The fear on Cedric's face and the fear of Beldrop's face becomes clear now. What do you do?
What's going on? I thought I was in a. Yeah, no, wait, no. Is this real? Better like pinch myself again, like when I saw my trigger last.
Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
10.
As far as you're aware, it's real.
It's free, I guess. Well, if it's real, then well, that's okay. Well.
I see.
Wait.
You cannot hide.
Yes, you can. I've been doing it this whole time.
And I like kind of puff my cheeks out.
You hear the scream. Pretty soon what you see two people running towards you, yelling, "Children, children." And it's Benny and Isabel running towards you.
Yeah?
Children,
What's going on?
children, we must leave now. Come with me. Do not ask questions. Do not answer anything. Do not talk to anyone else. We must go now.
Okay. Come on, guys, let's go.
You start to move, and all of a sudden, you guys start making your way a little bit down the hill. And Isabel kind of looks back and goes to Benny and goes, "Benny, continue. Don't stop. Just keep going. Just keep going." She turns around. Benny comes around and kind of stands behind you all and kind of shoos you along. And all of a sudden, you start to see streams of magic just kind of start shooting past you. Spells. They start to hit the walls beside you, coming below you. People running towards you, getting hit. As you turn around, you see your instructor, your teacher, who taught you a lot of what you were able to do. Get hit and fall. Beldrop and Cedric turn around and go, "Miss Isabel!" They kind of try to fight past Benny to try to go past him. And they go, "Not now, children. Not now. Come on, we must go. We must go. Hurry." As you continue to move, a shadow appears across the horizon. Do you want to take a guess on what shadow this is?
I'm a drear.
It's Madrid, but on what?
You mean on what?
It's a dragon.
Yeah, there's a dragon, and then guys, we gotta go.
Benny looks up. And he looks at you and goes, "Quickly, in here, now." Turns back into his business, or his bakery. Moves over. He kind of pushes his way past some tables, shoves them out of the way, and you just hear the clashing noises. As he tries to make room, clears off, pulls the rug, pulls the rug off. And you all of a sudden hear reach down, grab a handle, go. Pulls up. A door opens up. And he goes, "Children, hurry, quickly, get inside. Get inside." You make your way into it. Both you, well, all three of you, kind of look up with a worried look on your face as this individual who you saw as caring, supportive, compassionate, loving, have a sense of fear in his eyes for the first time. You have never seen this from him. Never once have you seen this from him.
What do we do? Maybe, guys, do you think we should hide in like a barrel or something? That might be okay. I mean, we are small enough. What do you think, Cedric? Beldrop, should we hide?
They kind of both look at you and they're like, I don't know.
Well, we gotta do something. I mean, there's a big dragon out there. As much as I wanted, firebolt it or something, we can't really do that. I mean, it's a big dragon. And besides, we could hide. And then we could hide in a barrel. Then we could have a pie. Yeah, we could have a pie.
As you turn around and you look out, you start to close the door on the cell. Kind of is up. You see Benny turn and come out and kind of look both directions and take a hit and fall to the ground.
No, Benny. You guys stay here. I want to go check it. I gotta go see. You guys stay there.
No, Willow, don't! Beldrop says. Beldrop comes chasing after you. As Willow, as you're looking down at Benny, what are you doing?
I would like to check his wounds and everything. Like maybe, actually, I'll be a little more specific. Can I see exactly what hit him, if possible?
Black magic. The dark spell. It's kind of starting to consume him. There's not much you're gonna be able to do. Based off of what Isabel's taught you.
This doesn't look really safe. This is like really, 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 really dark magic.
And all of a sudden, you see Willow coming up behind you. Or not Willow, but Beldrop come up behind you. And she goes, "Willow, we've got to go. It's not safe out here."
But I told you to hide in a barrel with a pie.
Willow, we've got to go. And all of a sudden, you see her face as she goes,
Don't, can't when you know. You use to hide.
She falls to her knees. And then falls forward.
And then I start to like nudge her to see if she's like alive.
Come on, you gotta be alive.
Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't went outside. I told you to go in your barrel and get some pie.
Cedric is inside. and kind of just closes the hatch and just kind of sits there. You see others start to run by, and the sight of you next to Benny and Willow, or Beldrop. Remnants through your head.
Come on, we gotta go. Gotta move.
Who's that to?
We can't.
Oh, to Cedric.
He kind of just no movement. He's just kind of just staying there. All of a sudden, another person comes by and scoops you up and carries you.
Yeah.
And as you look back, as you're being carried away from your friends and from Benny and from Isabel, you finally go to a distance, on a distant hill, and you see the dragon come by and burn and torch the whole town. Only a few of you made it out. As time goes by, you finally realize as night falls and the town has now subsided from any danger at this point in time. A dark, eerie shadow falls upon the town. You start to make your way back towards the bakery. The bakery now in shambles and flames and smoke and charred. You see two remains on the doorstep. One a Beldrop and one a Benny. What do you do?
Gotta take them. I gotta take them back to my parents' place. They'll revive them. Yeah. They'll revive them. Yeah, they can help me.
And then I say that, and then I would like to. Now, the bakery, is it totally destroyed?
Beams are down. You can still get inside. I mean, it's definitely been burnt and like torched and stuff, but there's still like beams and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yep. So I would like to go check on Cedric as well.
Cedric,
No answer.
are you okay? Oh no! I told him to move.
You find.
Cedric.
Need you to roll a perception check for me, please. Actually, scratch that. I want you to do a investigation check for me.
Okay.
But I'll take, depending on what it is, I'll do which one. About the same anyway, so it doesn't matter. You kind of look around a little bit. You find the door. What would you like to do?
So I see a what? A door? Like I just
You see the door that you remember as the entry point door.
Uh, I'll leave those two. Yeah, leave them there for now, and then I'll go see if my uncle's okay, and then my uncle could help me bring Beldrup's body and maybe Benny's too. See if we could revive him, because that's what we do. Go through the door, and I'm gonna find Cedric. Cedric's okay. Cedric's gotta be okay. I mean, even though he's totally rubbled and destroyed. Got this. I got this. I'm gonna go find him.
I want to open the door.
As you try to move the door, you you're able to open the door. The problem is when you open the door, it's what you see. The remains of a very, very good friend, Cedric. Kind of in the fetal position in a corner of the box. Charred, burnt. Gone.
Are you okay, Cedric?
No response.
Cedric. My God, I'm surrounded by dead people. Well, I guess I could try to.
This is going to be a really interesting idea.
You're gonna do it, aren't you?
Try to drag him out.
I thought you were gonna do something else, but never mind. Yeah, you can drag him out if you want. I thought you were gonna do something else, but okay.
Oh, you know what?
Actually, wait a minute. This is actually a good time. Probably not a good idea, though. I mean, Isabel said not to do it. I don't want to do it to Benny, Joe. No, not Benny. No, not Benny. No. I mean, I could bring Sedgwick, but I don't want to do that to him either, though. I mean, it's not nice. I mean, Cedric, I could revive him, maybe. I could revive. Yeah. I could do that. Maybe get my parents to help me. And how am I gonna drag them all, though? How am I gonna bring them all? Yeah, I could try to drag him. Yeah, I could drag. I drag, that's okay.
Can I check to see if Cedric's like alive by checking his pulse?
Sure. Do a medicine check.
That's a 7.
Well, about that. As far as you are aware, he's gone.
I mean, I can't take all the bodies. Can't really do that.
But dang it, Bulge, I want to take the wallet and like bring them to my parents, but that's not possible.
What is it?
No, I'm just thinking to myself because I could see her taking bell drop with her, obviously, and then Benny, of course.
Uh-huh.
Can't take all three.
Yep. I know.
Unless I do that thing. Okay. So I hear the dogs. Give me a second.
Doing what?
Sorry, the two chihuahuas are with me and they were barking, so
You're fine.
Isn't a good idea. Well,
do the thing you thought I was gonna do.
You're gonna do the
Or
thing I thought
Cedric.
I'd do?
So in other words, get the body parts
Okay.
of Cedric and then do it to Benny. And then with Bell Drop, though, I'm gonna keep her whole.
Okay.
And bring her to where her parents are.
Okay.
I hope my mom and dad won't be upset at me for doing this. It's like,
As you jump in to the box where Cedric was, you reach down and I need you to specify which part you're going to be taking. Curly.
Head.
The what?
Head.
You're gonna take the head? Okay.
Head.
I know. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole usual. The head, the skin, flesh, vial blood.
Okay. As you do this, you begin to take the head, the skin, and the other parts of your dear friend Cedric. God, I feel so bad for Willow. As you continue, you finish what you were doing, and you just look back and you see the remains of Cedric. What do you want to do?
may the Pumpkin King bless you. And I hope with these parts that I got.
As she's crying, in a way of as she's doing it.
I hope that maybe we could find vengeance for you. Hopefully I'm strong enough to do it. But that's not right what happened. So... Hey, rest in peace, Sedgwick. You killed that dragon for me. You helped me kill him.
As you continue to move forward, you look back. What do you want to do with the door? Do you want to leave it open? Do you want to leave it closed? What do you want to do?
I'll leave it open so she can is she able to still see both the other two bodies?
Yes, you are able to see them because if you look straight to your behind you, you're at the door.
Yeah, so I'll leave the door open so that so she can still keep an eye on the bodies.
Okay.
While she gets ready to do the same thing to Benny.
Okay. You move forward to Benny. You kind of roll him over. It kind of takes a little bit of effort because he's a little bit bigger than you. But you finally get him rolled over after some time. And you continue to do what you were doing.
I hope these parts will help maybe revive and whatever. And then we could do that. Mom and Dad can help me do it. Yeah, we could do it all together, and then we revive them all as well. I mean, that's what my parents do.
And then I want to, once I do all the same thing again, like with Benny as with Cedric.
Sorry, one more time. What was that?
So while I'm doing the whole body parts as well, like on Benny, I still, like, just like with Cedric, say, give him the Pumpkin King his blessing and rest easy. We'll get your vengeance.
I want you to roll a wisdom check for me real quick.
12.
It's very hard for you to say it. To Benny, that is. Benny meant a lot to you. Not as much as Willow or Beldrop, but pretty close. You're not able to complete the whole sentence of what you said to Cedric.
So based off of that, I'll go up and I give him like a quick hug, like I always do. And then I try to pick up Beldrop's body. Just
Okay.
And I'll go towards her family, her mom and her dad, to help her.
Okay. As you continue to move forward to your parents, you come to where your parents' place is at, with Beldrop in the parts, right?
Yeah.
Why is it not playing? Oh, that's why. Hold on. I gotta do this one here. Sorry, just one second. I gotta find this one right here, and then go like here, and then go like here, and then go like here. There we go. Um, you're back to your parents' place, and you notice, your home's been destroyed.
Mommy, Dad, are you okay?
And I like flutter faster, closer to the building, while still holding her Belldrop's body.
You see a body of your dad, a body of your mom, and a few people desperately trying to understand what happened. The distant screams have subsided. They've turned from screams to now just the shots of cries. In your head, you hear, you see, I've taken everything from you. Everything. You have nothing left.
Get out of my head, meanie. That's not nice that you did.
And my parents are there, correct? Like they're all just kind of like casually chatting, figuring out what's happening.
Your parents
said,
are
right?
dead.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Your parents are dead on the ground. That's why he said you've lost everything.
Yeah. God. Well then, fine.
I will take your soul.
No, you won't take it. I'm going to revive Belldrop right now. I got this.
And yeah, and I'll try to do the ritual that her parents have done at the morgue.
Okay.
And yeah, attempt to revive Belldrop basically, like how her parents taught her.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll anything or?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at something quick. So remind me exactly what you're wanting to do with that.
Well, just basically exactly like her backstory, where she basically tries to revive, her right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a religion check. You're trying to revive Bell drop,
Bell
right?
drop. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, 22.
You try to do the best you can. And for a moment, just for a moment, for a small, brief moment, you see breath come back in. For a very short moment. And as you sit there and you maintain your ability and you try to focus on it, you focus on the ability of Bell Drop. Your friend. The very person that you have grown up with your whole life. The person you care about more than anyone. As you focus on that, you start to get a tear in your eye and start to see the breath focus and get out of her again. I need you to roll another check for me. Go ahead and roll another. What was that? Is that wisdom
Religion.
check? Religion? Roll another religion check for me, please.
16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that the life begins to fade up from her again. And pretty soon you remember that what Isabel taught you, and you focus more. You focus your energy on it. You focus everything that you had, your full entire spiritual being of who you are as a person back into what you were doing, and you focus on it. The mental strain going through your mind is, I just want Bell Drop back. I just want Bell Drop back. Please don't take her away from me. The breath begins to fade more and more as you try to maintain it. I need you to do another religion check for me.
21.
21. You're able to push that energy back more. You fill it up and you're like, yes, come on, please. Just give me Bell Drop. I just want Bell Drop. I just want Bell Drop. And as you do that, you, there goes Coda. Hold on. Sorry, folks. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Coda was barking at somebody that was coming to my neighbor. Okay. So Willow, as you continue to push your effort into Beldrop, you see life begin to pour in to Beldrop. As you continue to try to push that to you continue to push that to oops, let me do that into who you are or to what you're doing. You're trying to push that energy into everything that you have into regards to trying to get Beldrop back. The spiritual powers that you learned from Isabel, the loving compassion that you learned from Benny of who you are, of what you're supposed to do to try to help those around you. You channel that energy, you channel to who you are as a person, and you start to see the life come back into Beldrop for just a second. For just a second. You see the eyes of Beldrop look up at you. She stares into your eyes. And you look into hers. And you see the pain. You see everything in regards to what's happened in your life. Everything that you learned, everything that you see it flash before your eyes. Beldrop just looking up at you. And all of a sudden, gone. What do you do?
I think she's alive. Well, my parents did say I had to wait. So, yeah. I better maybe go see if it's okay. Maybe I did it right. I think I did, right? Just sit and wait. Or what time of day is it right now?
I knew you were gonna ask that. It's roughly about I want to say it's probably about 4 4:50.
So a little after 4.
Yeah, like afternoon. So it's coming up to nighttime. Does that
Too
make
early
sense?
for my. Yep. Like too early for my bed. I mean, could I could while I'm waiting, maybe I could try and see if I can do the spell that my parents taught me to summon undead. I mean, I have the head. Yeah, yeah, I can try. And then I could talk to. Yeah. I could talk to Cedric, and then I could talk to Benny. Yeah. Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Summon them.
Okay.
Well,
You're
I'm
gonna-
waiting to see what happens with Belgium.
Okay. um. See if I can find it. See here. Sorry, I'm typing something out real quick. I know, Coda. I know, Coda. You can just stop. Yes, I want this one right here. Yep. Time goes by. Um, and as you look out, you see people gathering remains and kind of bring them out to the center of the town, laying them in a row. Hold on, I better get Coda before he starts having a meltdown. Hold on a second. Sorry. Coda wanted to be a part of this, so I had to make sure he was taken care of. All right. Pretty soon, this image, Willow, you start to see Beldrop come to. Like, actually come to. Before you. And disappears.
No.
And now you're in front of Madura. You see, I can take everything.
Aren't we all? I mean, I just took these body parts.
But see, you mistaken my abilities of what I can do.
Clearly, so show me then. Seeing as you're all so powerful and you ride a fancy-ass dragon.
You mistaken of who I actually am and what I can and cannot do. Little fairy.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You said you take everything. Well, you took it. Butthole.
Not everything.
Well, what more would a greedy person want?
Your soul.
Why do you want my soul? I mean, it's not that. It's just a young little soul. Very, well, I love it. Yeah,
You start to reminisce back to what Isabel taught you.
Said not to use my magic, though. No, bad magic. Why do you want my soul for? I mean, I don't get it. Why do you need me for? You have a dragon. I'm just a puny little fairy.
You
Why
start
do
to
you want me?
realize through talking to him, through the experience of what you experienced in the past from your mentors, soul possessing needs to be done on a young openness, like having an openness mind, adventurous mind, a wondering mind, in order for it to be consumed fully. That's the state of mind the spiritual soul has to be in. You start to realize that the only way for him to survive if the ring is destroyed and if they cannot go to the Shadowfell realm is through you.
Oh, so you need me to pass through because I am the little gatekeeper. I don't know why I'm a gatekeeper though, I don't get it, but cool. I'm a little gatekeeper. But you ain't coming out. No, sir. No.
And I stick my tongue out at him and just childishly just giggle at him like,
Nope. You're not coming out. Nope.
You think back to the time that you had with Isabel, and you start to understand the teachings that she taught you. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. We were talking about Isabel, right? Right, Willow? We were talking about Isabel, right?
No, she was talking to Madrir about when she's just realizing that she's the gatekeeper to get to the Shadowfell, and then she was teasing Madrir like, "You can't come out, nya nya boo boo, nya nya nya, you ain't coming." That.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Okay. So, in that case, Madrir kind of looks at you, and with a simple snap, he freezes you. So you just freeze. He freezes you from where you
Yeah.
are. You can't move.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you want to do?
Can I move my mouth though?
You're what?
Can I move my mouth? Because you said I can't move, but I'm just.
Yes, you can move your mouth.
You have to do this. You could have just asked nicely, you know. But it's okay. What do you want? I mean, now you have to freeze me to get what you want. You didn't even ask. Even though I did tell you no anyway before you asked. But no. You still ain't.
Sorry.
I'm still not convinced. Nope. 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 I'm not letting you out. Nope. 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 Nope.
Sorry, I just saw this like loading up another song. I just saw this like super terrifying movie that just popped up on my preview that I couldn't skip. Okay, we're good. We're good. Mentally, we're good. We're good. Ooh, that was a scary movie. For those of you who don't know, me and scary movies do not go well together. Curly knows this very too well. Me and scary things do not go well together. Okay, so getting back on track. Curly. Madrir snaps his finger and you can't move. You are able to move your mouth though. So what would you like to say?
I already did.
Sorry, I was more distracted about the whole thing that I just saw.
So this is what you gotta do. Instead of asking me, you have to freeze me. You're still not coming out. It's not like you can put me through a keyhole. I'm not a key. So, you know, so you still can't get me, not convince me otherwise. You didn't ask me, nah, you still ain't
He
doing
snaps
it for
his
you.
finger again. And the grip tightens on you even more. Starts to get painful.
Still not convincing me, even though it is a bit sore.
He flips his finger, and all of a sudden you can't talk anymore.
In my
You
head,
see. Go ahead.
I was gonna say in my head, I'm like, well, poop. Can't talk now. Well, guess time to accept my fate, I guess. Me and my big mouth. That's in her head.
Okay. As you point of clarification real quick. Willow, I'm gonna message you something real quick just to make sure I remember this correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep. No, you're right.
I am right. Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I still remember that because I need it. I'm incorporating that in right now. So
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure. Well, that other thing was there too, right?
Yeah, you added that second part.
The second part too, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
added.
because
Yeah.
there's two groups, correct? If I remember
that's
correctly.
how you did it. Yeah.
That's
You
what I
did it
thought.
that
Okay,
way.
perfect. Perfect. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Because this happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
Correct. That last part that you messaged me, the last line that or the last sentence in there, that is correct. But as far as you're aware right now, they are.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair
Does
enough.
that make sense?
Yeah, I got. That's why I
'Cause-
reacted the way I did earlier. I'm like, huh? Okay, so never mind. All good. Go ahead. Continue.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah. So. Yeah. So that's how the backstory went with the cake.
Correct. Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why. I just wanted to make sure that I understood your backstory correctly because that was a big that's a big part. So so just to clarify, sorry folks, give us 1 second. We're just making sure we clarify this correctly because I try to make sure it's lined up with their backstory correctly. It's funny because you can just hear all this typing happening in the background. Because that's what we established, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason why there's a way I'm gonna.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So, both her and Beldra go to they go to where we discussed, and then that's when that happens. Yeah.
We're gonna do this real quick, folks. Give me 1 second. Um. All right, folks, we're back. We wanted to make sure that we got some stuff ironed out real quick. So we're gonna go on mute. Okay. We wanted to make sure some stuff was ironed out first, real quickly, before we got too far into it. So. As it stands right now, you begin to take bell drop, because you know that there's other things that you need to have in regards to this particular ritual per se, right?
No.
Okay. Oh, you're messaging. Okay. Sorry, folks.
That's all good.
You and Beldrop continue to move forward and go into a direction of what you remember Isabel told you about, a cave. This cave, you knew, had certain things that could help you certain things that you could do to I actually gotta do this real quick. Hold on. I forgot I need to do this.
So just for clarification as well, so Beldrop is alive right now because she did that revival, correct?
She's alive, but how do I put this? She's alive, but she's like not. Does that make sense?
So semi-undead.
She's semi-undead.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay, so basically okay, now I see what you're getting at. Okay, I got it.
Hey, come on, Beldrop, let's go. Let's go to the cave so we can finish it. Let's finish the ritual. Come on. Come on. Let's go.
And I'm like gently like just holding her hand and dragging her to the cave.
Okay. You drag her to the cave.
Gotta get those stones. Yeah. Ruby stone and the amethyst mineral. Yeah. Oh yeah. And can't forget about the opaz, the opal, the orange one. Yeah. Okay, got it.
There you go. That's what we're looking for. As I make.
I knew it was gonna come out. I just didn't know where. While you're there, you get to the cave, look around. I want you to do a perception check for me.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. There it is. I knew it was going to come out sooner or later. Roll another d20 for me.
Well, it's 19 plus 1, but yeah, I guess it
Oh, never mind. Unnatural or it wasn't unnatural, right?
Well, it was 19 plus 1, which made it 20.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So unnatural 20.
Okay, then never mind.
Okay.
No, they're all-
So...
My bad. I don't know why I got confused by that. Anyway.
I don't know why either. I just pulled it up. I was like, wait a second. That is not a natural 20.
I'm not
Carly.
cheating. I'm not cheating!
You, you find them. You hear footsteps approach you as well.
Uh-oh. People. Come on, let's hide behind the rock. Yeah. Let's hide behind this big rock.
Your uncle appears.
Hi, Uncle.
Willow! Willow! Where are you? Where are you, Willow?
Hold on, I'm thinking of a name. Sorry, forgive me.
Uncle Carlos, over here. I'm in the cave.
Uncle
Beltrop and I are in the
Carlos.
cave.
Uncle Carlos. I'm sorry, that's a great name. You come out. You step out and you see your uncle. You come out and you embrace your uncle. Yeah, load this up. This.
I should have named it a peanut name or something because her parents are named after nuts.
At this point, Willow, where have you been? Where have you?
Well, I went to Benny's bakery, and then I said hello to Isabel, and then I was with Belldrop and Cedric at the bakery, and Cedric stole the blueberry pie, and then the dragon came, and then Cedric died, and Benny died, and Belldrop's in the cave still, but yeah, I kind of did a thing. I tried to revive her.
Oh no. You didn't.
Yeah, I was looking for the rest of the stones. The amethyst, the orange one, and the ruby one. She's in the cave still.
I don't know how to tell you this. And all of a sudden, some elves, dark elves, you hear clanking of armor come by. Some dark elves come by. And they shoot your uncle.
No.
You hear. And all of a sudden you hear their uncle go.
What is it with everybody dying around me? I don't get it. Uncle Carlos, are you okay?
Belldrop appears from behind you. And you hear one of the Dark Elves go, "Get her! Go get her!
No.
She's who he's after."
Wait, who are they pointing
All of a
to?
sudden they
Story
come-
Bell Drop or Willow's story?
To you.
Oh, okay.
To you, Willow.
Why me boy?
They come start charging towards you. At this point, you start to remember something in your head. You see arrows flying in the opposite direction. Above the top of the cave where you're at, there's a hilltop. There's a couple of more elves shooting down at these dark elves. And you see two dark elves fighting each other. And you see another individual who you remember who he is. Jump down. And you see a panther emerge behind him from the hilltop. And they're fighting these dark elves. Another elf comes up behind you and grabs you and starts carrying you away. And you see Belldrop following you as you're being carried away back down to where the town is at, where your parents are. And you see Belldrop and you by your parents. And you start to try to do the ritual. But one thing stands out that becomes more clear now. They start to fade. And you start to realize the memories you had before were all an illusion. Your parents who were starting to get up and walking around disappear. Most importantly, your dear friend Belldrop disappears. And a figure emerges in front of you. You see, I control what you see. I control what you remember. And most importantly, I control you.
So that's why you wanted me to write that silly paper thing. Yeah, that contract, that thing. Right?
You see, you're mine. And you will always be mine. From a distance, you hear the voice of a familiar voice in the background. Willow! Willow, wake up! Wake up, Willow!
I'm asleep here.
Willow, wake up! We've gotta go!
Okay. Okay. I'll go.
It's not safe here. Let's go. We've gotta go.
Okay.
Willow, wake up!
I'm going.
You open your eyes, and in front of you, you see Rayla. And you wake up back in the cave And as you think back, you hear the voice in your head say, I will never go away. You are mine.
I say something really funny back to Major in response
Sure.
to that.
Well, then maybe you should put a ring on it then.
There, I'm done.
um, you look over and you try to see where Beldrop was before. She's not there. And you think back about Benny, Cedric, Isabel, your parents, and Beldrop. As Rayla desperately tries to wake you up to get you moving. You begin to understand why Madrir needs you alive. Why he wants you. You're young. You're adventurous. You're learning. You're growing. You're perfect for him. You know the reason why he's possessed you now is because he is trying to find somebody that he can possess to control in this realm that you're in. You also know that the only way that you're going to be able to destroy what he can do, or what he's able to do, is you're going to have to help face him head on. You reminiscence about the fact that Isabel and Benny always told you that trust, compassion, and faith are the 3 key factors on overcoming any obstacle that you face. In the distance, you hear a distant roar as you wake up in the cave. And that's where we're going to end today's spirit walk, because it's been 3 hours, Curly. I don't know if you've known that or not. It's been 3 hours.
Yeah, I noticed.
So, I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody enjoyed the connecting a little bit more with Willow's past. I hope it was helpful for Willow to understand her past a little bit more and understand why Madrir is targeting her and what she needs to do for everything. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure you tune in this Tuesday for today's next session of D&D, The Order of the Wolf. Have a good day.